obviously minus the Spitfire, but with the addition of the total of the 2 Hurricanes they have in the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, it is very fitting and poignant indeed, because the Hurricane, the venerable aircraft that scored more kills than the Spitfires, went on to serve through every theatre in the war, right up until DJ Day itself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Battle of Britain Memorial.
Coming right back.
Leading today, Seth Davey in the cockpits alongside him of World War II, a legend that lives on today and a contribution made by the aircraft and its crews to the freedom of our nation and hopefully never be forgotten. The prototype Lancaster took to the air for its first flight in Manchester in January 1941. Entered service later, received by number 44 Squadron, initially at Waddington at Christmas Eve that year, quickly followed by 97 Squadron at Woodhall Spa. Closely flanked by 2 of the classic fighters of all time, designed and built for war, a Hurricane, and played a major part in achieving the victory of 1945.
Left now.
Leading Lancaster to build the mighty Vulcan. And Sidney Cam had an extraordinary career with Hawkers, right through to the phenomenal Harrier jump jet.
Coming left back.
An opportunity for us to savour the delights of each individual performer.
Go.
All legendary in their own name, all providing a considerable and substantial contribution to the efforts of the Second World War. And on display for the great British public through every season. Amongst the very last Hurricanes to enter service. Delivered initially to 63 Squadron at Turnhouse, the Battle of Britain Hurricane Force in 1940. was the very last Hurricane ever built out of a total of 14,533. Rolled off the second. Keen to preserve this aircraft, orders purchased the aircraft back from the Air Ministry, keeping it in storage at Bangalore. After the two other good achievements, like entering the King's Cup race, it was eventually passed back to
Lancaster.
Two fighters now coming towards the end of their sequence. They'll break off. Well, the waiting Lancaster opportunity to come in and took 26 minutes to rearm, but the dependable Hurricane scored more German kills and had a turnaround time of just 9 to 10 minutes. The performance of the Lancaster was simply outstanding. It could carry a maximum bomb load of 22,000 pounds. The maximum level speeds with a full load, 15,000 feet at 270 miles an hour, and could cruise routinely at altitudes above 20,000 feet with a range speed of 200 miles an hour. With a full bomb load, the aircraft had a range in excess of 1,500 miles. Performance, ruggedness, reliability, and to many a sheer charisma endeared its crews, who were proud to fly this famous Thoroughbred. Many were lost on operations and destroyed or written off in crashes. The vast majority who did survive were sadly scrapped and their services were no longer required. Lancaster didn't carry the weight of the night bombing course all on its own. It was supported by other earlier twin-engine bombers such as the Wellington, and the other 4-engine Royal Air Force heavy bombers, the Stirling and the Halifax, and also the twin-engine de Havilland Mosquito. The Hurricanes tuck in once again behind the Lancaster. Let's remember all those crews, all those who we commemorated this morning. Over 73,700 of them became casualties, either killed, wounded, shot down, or made prisoners of war. To those pilots, to the engineers, to the ground crews, to the armourers, to everyone else who supported them, we salute you.
Reversing right now. Memorial, back pass. Okay.
And if we're very, very lucky, I believe they just called for one more pass before departing off again in that and over that familiar landmark here on the south coast, which all of which featured so heavily during the course of the Second World War. Beachy Head, a significant landmark. Coming in, the final photographic opportunity for this afternoon and the final pass of the second day of the flying display, this wonderful airborne show.
Right, go.